Hi, I'm Kai from DesignerCon. Check me out on Bootleg Kev's podcast.
Bootleg Kev podcast, special guest in here. We got the homie Kai from 3D Retro and from DesignerCon.
How you doing?
Checked in.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So for people who don't know, well, one, I went to your store. You have a store in Glendale.
Yes.
Is it technically Glendale?
It's technically Glendale, 1 block away from Burbank. Literally across the street is Burbank.
Right. It's a crazy toy store. And we have a mutual friend named DJ Amen who's a psychopath who just buys every just toy imaginable. His house is insane. It's kind of like a toy store.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, you should come over here, check it out. Because I kind of like toys. I'm kind of like, not like that though. And I walked into the store and there was just so much shit. And I didn't know that you also were the guy behind DesignerCon.
Right.
So now you got DesignerCon coming up. What is DesignerCon for people who don't know?
So for people that don't know, DesignerCon is an annual collectible convention. This is our 17th year. So Ben is the founder. I run the show with him.
Okay.
So we have artists from all over the world, from Asia, Europe, and of course the United States. Independent artists, illustrators, and world-renowned toy makers and painters.
Yeah.
So all of them usually come to our show, either exhibit or have exclusive or have collaborations. We support everybody from the top to the bottom. So the emerging artists, everybody. It's kind of like the end of the year party for collectors and artists.
Is it kind of like revolve around? It's like kind of like the underlying theme of it is like if you're because it's called DesignerCon. It's not called ToyCon. Yeah. So there's kind of something there for everybody as long as you're kind of into like creative shit. Like you said, there's people who are painting.
Yeah, there's the painters, illustrators, toy makers, and then there's the collectors, and then there's the guys that started just making shit out of the garage. Yeah. They're like, hey, I want to make something.
Oh, like they got a 3D printer. And
exactly. Like, so it's for everybody. It's everything in terms of design. So
what got you initially involved in the toy industry?
So I told this story a couple times. I was in high school. I walked into Stussy out on, is it Fairfax or La Brea area? They had this little figure of their mascot holding a skateboard. Yeah. So that's my first thing. I'm like, that's pretty dope. And then went to Kit Robot. They started coming out early 2000, 2003, 2002s. So I would go into their store and be like, this is dope, Japanese stuff. And they just told me that's their original design. I started buying. And I just got hooked. Just been buying. And became a seller later on. Just got a wholesale account and did all that stuff. And then got into working with different artists. And then DesignerCon came around. And basically just that's my whole life.
So you started collecting around 2002?
Yeah.
At what point in time did you decide to get involved in the commerce side of it where you're like, okay, I'm a fan. I'm enthusiastic about just collecting. Yeah. But I also want to make this like
2008.
My business.
2008.
08.
So 2008, around that time, I was working at Disneyland. So I went to school for hospitality.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I went to school for hospitality management. So coming out of school, a cordon bleu, right? So coming out of school, I got hired at Disneyland.
Doing what?
Basically food service for employees.
Gotcha.
So basically, I'm the guy behind the restaurants. So if you go to Disneyland, you see restaurants. There's restaurants for their cast members, employees. So I was one of the managers running.
You still got the plug over there?
I still know a few people there. Okay. Actually, what's funny is
you need a good Disneyland plug if you live in LA.
So I'll tell you something. The guy that designed our mascot, DesignerCon mascot, Scott Tollison, he's still a Disney Imagineer.
Oh, wow.
So he is super busy right now because Disney's doing some cool shit on some new cruises. So he got DesignerCon that he's doing. He's been working on our membership program project that we've been doing the last 6 months. And then he's got Disney.
Wow.
So we do have some people that works. During DesignerCon, we know a lot of people in different studios.
Of course.
Artists and all that.
So you go from working at Disney.
Yeah.
This is what you went to school for?
Went to school for, yeah. And I think it was the recession, that recession, 2007, 2008.
Yep.
So I was laid off.
Yeah.
I got laid off, and at that point in time, I'm like, I have all these toys and I have all these vinyl figures. I feel like people buy them. I buy a lot of them.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get a wholesale account and start a business myself.
Yeah.
So at that point, I actually sold all my sneakers in 2007 to get funding to buy more toys to sell.
How much did you get for all your sneakers?
And like at that point was like 10, 15 grand.
Wow.
And the price is not like what it is now.
Yeah, it's kind of
back
crazy.
in the
The
day,
resale market's kind of crazy.
Yeah, back in the day, and that I think I had mostly SBs and Jordans.
Yeah.
SBs was on its way down, so I was like, just got rid of it.
Just got off of them. But that's what funded you being able to buy more toys through your wholesale account.
Right. So at that point, I decided to get a wholesale account and buy stuff to make money instead of, I'll collect, I'll keep some, but mainly to sell and try to make a living out of it.
Yeah.
And that's when I became like, a lot of artists knows like wait in line, collect their shit, and now it's like, oh, here, it's Kai selling stuff.
Yeah. So was that the beginning of 3D Retro?
3D Retro. So Ben founded 3D Retro around the same time in 2003.
Okay.
So he and I were business partners.
Right.
So what we did is he ran an online shop. 3D Retro was online, and I was basically buying with him. I was the guy behind the scene.
Gotcha.
So let's say there's a new product came out for wholesale. You have to buy a certain amount to get a good price. And Ben only wanted, like say 10.
You'd buy the difference to get the better price.
Yes. And then
you would flip and do your thing.
Yes, I will do my thing.
Yeah.
So that's how most artists know me. And I would be supplying, not just 3D Retro. I personally would be supplying other stores too, because I got an account overseas. At that time, a big company, an artist called Ashley Wood, doing 3A stuff. So, so that's how I kind of got all connected with everybody. And 3D Retro, Ben decided to open a store.
Yeah.
And DesignerCon started growing. So he asked me to come on board.
Nice.
With him. That's basically the story of how I, with Ben and 3D Retro and DesignerCon.
What up, y'all? We're stopping the interview real quick to tell you about our good friends at MyBookie. We're live in my room right now in Las Vegas. And if you're not in Las Vegas like me and you want to gamble on sports in the easiest, most convenient way, you want to get that money, man. Listen, NFL season, we got college football, we got NBA going stupid right now. All you got to do is sign up right now at MyBookie using the promo code BOOTLEG, and they will match your first deposit up to $1,000. That's right. Whatever you deposit up to $1,000, they're going to match that. They're going to give you free money to gamble with. So what the fuck are you doing? Inflation is crazy. Everybody can use some extra money. They're going to give you some free money to play with. If you make your first deposit using that promo code BOOTLEG up to $1,000, they're going to match it. I'm going to tell you what. This weekend, Cardinals versus Niners, Monday Night Football, Mexico City. I don't like my Cardinals. Go heavy on them Niners, all right? That's my bet for the week, all right? Let me know what you got. Hit me on Instagram and all that, but don't forget to sign up and get this money with me at MyBookie, all right? Go to MyBookie right now, stream games, bet on them. You could live bet them. You could do the props. And, of course, they got the live casino, all that. MyBookie, promo code BOOTLEG. Sign up right now, and they're going to match your money up to $1,000. Let's get back to the interview.
Now,
what is the most expensive toy that you guys have sold? not retail. I mean, maybe it is retail. I don't know. Like, let me know what is like the biggest toy you guys sold aftermarket, and then obviously,
a single item, right?
Yeah, give me a single item.
A single item. The most expensive single item we've ever sold is about $10,000.
Okay.
It's a 1,000% bear brick, and that was retail.
That was the retail price.
That was retail. It's made out of wood.
Wow.
And we only had one. And we sold it in the pandemic. We decided, we don't know if we're going to put it up. So we had our DesignerCon 2020 during live stream. So we put it up, sold it within like under a second. It was gone.
Wow.
Right? But the last 2 years, we sold like $8,000 ones.
Yeah.
There was a carbon fiber, 1,000% bear brick through the store. I sold it to a musician. I don't know if I can say it. But
Okay. I don't think they care.
Mustard bought it.
Mustard.
Yeah, he special ordered it because I was like, if you want this is the price, retail. So.
Yeah. So Mustard bought an $8,000 bear brick.
Carbon fiber.
Wow.
That's pretty. It's light, but it's specially made.
Would you say Mustard's got a pretty crazy toy collection?
Yeah, I think I helped him a little bit on that.
Yeah.
He liked the 1,000%. So he comes to me like, hey, what you got?
Yeah.
So we our store carries, like you saw.
Yeah, you guys have a lot
bunch
of
stuff, but certain special ones we only get a few pieces. So I will call the special
put
people.
The call in.
Right, hey, I only got 2.
Right.
If you want them.
What about Ben Baller's obviously huge with the bear bricks, and he's got a crazy toy collection. Is he somebody who you've supplied stuff for in the past?
Yes, we dealt in the past.
Yeah.
I got him Nike SB bear bricks. Like we got like 3 in. Obviously, I keep one.
Yeah.
Ben keeps one. I got one for sale. So
when you guys keep stuff, you are a collector still to this day.
Oh yeah.
So what's your house look like?
A mess. A lot of toys and sneakers. I'm a sneaker guy too.
So you sold all the sneakers and you bought them back.
Oh yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
What got me back was the Kobe 8s. Actually, so I got into sneakers in 2001 or 2 from SBs.
Right.
But I got back in from the Kobe 8s because they were all about art. At that point in my life, I liked designers, toys, art.
Right.
So the Kobe 8s were all about art. And Tristan Eaton, which is a friend and artist, he did something with, at that time, there's a Nike Vault at Staples Center.
Right.
Crypto.com, whatever. Right. There's a store there. He did a special sock with one of the preludes. So like everything's about art, the whole model, So I just got back into it.
Somebody who might not be famous, just a customer you have in mind. Like who like how crazy is like your guys' biggest customer's toy collection?
So
I'm sure you have a few people who...
We do. We have a few regular people.
Right.
I don't know what they do.
Right.
I don't know what they make, but they spend, every time we do live streaming still for the store, they spend about $2K per show.
Wow.
And we sell stuff from $10 blind boxes to $40, $50 toys to, $150, $200 bear bricks. They will spend like $2,000.
Wow. Just every time. Per show.
That we do twice a week.
Twice a week.
Live streaming. So
wow.
Think about,
So look, DesignerCon is obviously this coming weekend. If you're watching this, it'll be this coming weekend. It's in Orange County. Where's it? Anaheim?
Anaheim Convention Center, November 18th to the 20th. Called C&D. Friday's VIP night, presented by eBay.
What happens Friday?
Friday night is a very limited amount of tickets sold for VIPs, and every box, you get a VIP box. There's lanyards, a limited edition pins, and you get a limited edition bear brick inside there, all for like $90.
Nice. So I'm going to be on that list, right?
Oh, you got you, man. Perfect. Everybody.
What up? We got to stop the interview real quick. We're live in Vegas right now. Listen, fellas, if you're watching this and you need a little extra pep in your step, you know what step I'm talking about. I'm talking about that dick step, damn it, all right? If you need some help with that dick of yours, Blue Chew is here to save the day. That's right. Same exact ingredient as Viagra and Cialis, but here's the catch. No awkward doctor's appointments. It comes straight to your door in a chewable form. Very discreet packaging, very discreet billing. You don't have to go to a random waiting room while you wait to get your dick pills from the doctor. It's an embarrassing situation. No, with Blue Chew, all you do is go to bluechew.com right now, sign up with the promo code BOOTLEG. That's the most important part. When you sign up with Bootleg at bluechew.com, you get your first month for free. You just got to pay $5 shipping. That's right. You go to Blue Chew, you get the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in that Blue Chew form. Your dick is on an all-time high. I mean, this thing is fucking booming. And then on the other end, they just dropped their new mint chewable, which has the same active ingredients as Levitra, all right, which is even stronger. So if you really need some help in the dick department, Blue Chew's got you, all right? Go get a free month.
Fellas, I don't care if you're not even dealing with any dick problems. Maybe you just want to impress somebody you're about to fucking hammer. All right? Go to Blue Chew. Get your first month for free right now, delivered right to your doorstep using that promo code BOOTLEG. Go do that, and let's get back to the interview.
So you guys do, every year you guys do one of these.
Yeah, so this is Series 4, Artist Series 4. Every year, so the idea behind it is in 2018, when we moved to Anaheim, Metacom came and said they're looking for a North American partner like convention.
Right.
Yeah, so they loved our show. They came out, the president came out. So in 2019, we started our first artist series. So what we want to do with our platform is we want to give American artists that usually don't have an opportunity to put their art on this platform because they're from Japan.
Right. So a lot of, like, for people who don't know, Bear Brick's a Japanese company. So a lot of Japanese artists probably get love.
Mostly Japanese, Asia company, because when they see it, like their department, their scouting people, they love certain artists.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Asian artists. So what we did is we decided to put artists that's affiliated with DesignerCon, that's been doing DesignerCon for years or done collab with us in some kind of capacity, and also mostly Americans.
Right.
This year we have someone from the UK, but he's been supporting DesignerCon for over 10 years.
Wow.
So Dr. A is to the...
This
I
guy?
think, yeah. So Dr. A does a lot of like those robot style mech figures, and he does everything in resin. He'll be at DesignerCon this week. This
you got
weekend.
Bobby Hundreds one,
And then Bobby Hundreds. That's a cool one. You know, the 100 was actually at DesignerCon 2018 with a Mr. Cartoon collab and capsule. So they were part of our show. And Bobby's been coming to DesignerCon for over 10 years. He will always come with his son and all that.
just to have fun.
Just have fun.
Yeah.
And then we reach out and say, hey, you know, we know that you're an artist yourself. Like he draws, he does design graphic tees for his brand. So yeah, we did this for our show.
And then this is the Obey guy.
Shepherd Ferry. So this is one of the proud moment. I would say Ben will tell you that. It's I love Obey. Everybody, I think everybody,
iconic. I mean, listen, man, when we talk about iconic and
iconic American artists, right?
I mean, all the way to the clothing line, to the I mean, I think back to the Obama Hope stuff.
Yeah. And what's funny is we did not realize that he's never done a bear brick before, and he's never done one. So the opportunity came, I think, earlier this year, and we asked him if he was, you know, be willing to do something like this. He's seen them. He wasn't sure that his art will work on this platform, and we told him how a lot of different artists are applying their art onto this platform, and there you go. So this is basically every bear brick is unique. This is a water dip technology, so it's one.
Oh, I've seen those. Yeah, those are a vibe.
Yeah, so it's a big image, and then every time they dip the figure into the process, it lands on there differently.
So
every
each
piece.
one's unique.
Every single one's unique. There will be not same one. The only thing on here that's constant would be the logo
on the leg, right?
Right here. Everything else will be different for every single one of them.
Wow.
So this is the 400 and 100% pack, and will be exclusively at DesignerCon this weekend.
Yeah. So when people show up and they really like is it pretty frantic to get some of these items you guys do exclusives on? Are toy collectors not crazy people like sneaker people? Because, you know, sneaker and like when people go to Complex Con, there's a fucking wild, like there's always like exclusives, and you'll see. I've seen people. I mean, it can get hairy, but like our toy people is a little more measured than sneaker people.
Yes. So I've been to Complex Con, obviously. Yeah. There's two different vibes. I can tell you that. For people that have never been to DesignerCon, our thing is when you go there, you're gonna meet your favorite artists if you like a few artists, and a lot of artists have like gallery openings throughout the year, throughout their career. You know, they get busy, right? So at our show, they're usually chill. They're at their booth. Yeah. They just want to meet their fans.
And they're selling stuff.
They're selling stuff. Yeah. And a lot of them are selling stuff that like they brought from their archives. Right. Like I have like Steve. I don't know if you know who Steve Caballero is.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I met him a few years back, and then we started making pins, like just for fun, like we're friends. And I
OG
said, hey,
skater, right?
Yeah. But he's an incredible artist.
I didn't know that.
He's an incredible artist. So he's been doing DesignerCon ever since. I'm like, oh my God, you can draw like that, like Rat Fink style, like that era. And so he will come and he will bring like shit that you've never seen before. He'll be like, hey, I got this skateboard.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. A lot of artists. And this year we have like Sean Cleaver as well. So from the skating world, there are artists everywhere. There are artists in every, you know, part of the industry. So that's what you'll see at DesignerCon.
Hey, what up, y'all? Bootleg Kev. Got to stop the interview to tell you about our newest sponsor, man. Shout out to the homies at Hardin Las Vegas. That's right. The #1 dispensary in the whole state of Nevada, let alone in the whole fucking country. So many choices of premium cannabis, ladies and gentlemen. It is like, how can I put this? You walk into it, you go to Hardin in Las Vegas. When you're on vacation, when you're out there tricking off, whatever you're doing, stop off at Hardin, tell them I sent you, be like, yo, Bootleg Kev sent me. They're going to take care of you at Hardin. When I say selection, I mean selection of the best premium cannabis in the world, the best dispensary. There's a reason why Hardin is world famous. Follow them right now, Hardin_Las Vegas. Go to their website, hardinlasvegas.com. That's JARDIN_Las Vegas. When you're in Vegas, you have to pull up to Hardin. Tell them I sent you and get high off your fucking face. I don't even know what that means. How do you get high off of your face? Whatever. Melt your fucking face off with some of that good Hardin, y'all. Go follow them one more time. That's Hardin_Las Vegas. Let's get back to the interview. What is your, because another thing, I feel like a surface level toy fan usually collects Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Because you go to Target, they're there. You go, like, there's always Funko Pops at wherever you go, right? The Disney store, wherever, etc. What is your take? Do you collect Funko Pops?
I don't collect them like crazy, but I do like them in terms of the IPs that they have. Because there's certain movies,
great movies. I'm waiting for them to do the Big Lebowski Funko Pops. I don't know if they've ever done one, but
I think they have.
That's my favorite.
I mean, there's so many things, but like
they get every license.
Yeah, they did. They do.
You go to the store and you're just like, Jesus, they got.
There's so many. You can't.
It's wild.
So what I like about we did one Funko exclusive a couple years back with Mark Hamill. So his team. So we decided to release 3 out of the 4 as DesignerCon exclusives. So with his team, that we released those 3, and they're very limited. They're like only 1,000 of each.
Wow.
Design. They're like compared to what you buy at like Funko wise, that's super limited. So we have like 2 of them that's at 1,000 pieces. But for me, Funko, and then we did in 2018 we did a collab with Funko and Metacom. It was Funko's 20th anniversary, so we made a bear brick with them and put it in the cereal. So that year they did a bunch of different cereal. I don't know if you remember.
I remember, yeah.
So what we look for, DesignerCon look for, we're not Comic-Con, we're not like WonderCon, those shows. We're not looking for that big Funko booth. We're looking for an experience and an activation. So when Funko came to us like, hey, we want to build this supermarket to launch our brand new product, which is the cereal, we're like, that's a cool idea. We love it.
Yeah.
And we collaborate on that. So we're not looking for that like standards. You know, you just go into any shop, you buy a Funko Pop.
Right.
But we're not discouraging vendors. Like we have toy stores from around the world coming, like Toy Tokyo from New York. They have a bunch of exclusives with Funko. They always bring some stuff to DesignerCon. And we're not saying that don't bring that. We say, yeah, it's part of the world. You know, it's but with Funko, for me, also, it's a gateway drug.
It is.
That's how I see it. Because it's what, $12 a Funko Pop?
Yeah, you get like 6 of them. You're like, oh, I got a little thing. And then,
yeah. But when you get into it, a lot of people discover, oh, there's different artists, there's different toys. And then you get the platform like Bear Brick, you get the Kit Robot, right? These guys that never been, like, not from where I'm from, like back in the early 2000s, they would discover, the new kids would be like, oh, there's more to just this.
Right.
So like, I'm hoping, I mean, we've seen it, is a lot of people's collection grow beyond past the Funko Pop. You know, they'll be like, oh, I have 1,000 Funko Pop now, but now I like the Bear Bricks. I'm going to start that, right? So, like, it goes up to the next level.
Your personal toy collection, what is the most expensive toy if you were to sell it on the second market or resale market right now that you own?
Probably $25,000, $30,000.
Which toy is that?
I have 3 of them.
What are they?
I have 3 cause 1,000% bear brick.
Wow.
Yeah, so now it's about 30, 25, 30K each.
Each?
Each.
Fuck. What did you pay for those?
300. That's 1,000% bear brick used to be $300. So that's what I
You're
just
sitting
bought
on
them.
$100,000, 75 to 100K worth of fucking.
Yeah, that's just
in 3 toys.
Just 3 toys in my living room in my display case. That's just 3 sitting there.
So what would you estimate your toy collection is worth if you were to sell it?
$1 million? I mean, I don't know. Like,
wow.
You know, I mean, I would say like, if I sell everything, I could probably buy a house in LA. You know,
Which is like an expensive house.
Yeah.
Nice house.
Yeah.
Decent size.
Decent size.
Depends on what part of LA.
Yeah. So I would say if I sell everything, you know, I would get. To me, it's a hobby.
Yeah.
And it's also an investment. You know, you buy art, you buy collectibles, you buy sneakers.
Yeah, people buy paintings, people buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And for me, what's funny is, so the thing I tell people story is Ben is very 2D, 3D person.
Right.
So he knows a lot of painters and artists that does flat 2D stuff.
Right.
I wasn't that person. I got into it from the toy side.
Right.
I got into it from the 3D side. So I got to learn by doing DesignerCon. I got to learn different artists. I got to meet different artists. I got to appreciate the 2D stuff as well. So yeah, and then I have a print problem too. Buy prints, original art. Like I just bought an original painting off of Ben Frost recently, and I'm like, why did I buy that? But it's like, you know, it just kind of got into what I do. Like I think,
if you love what you do that much,
yeah,
it's also your job.
Exactly. It's
you just gotta make sure you don't, you save more than you spend on toys, from selling the toys. Hey, we got to stop the interview real quick to tell you about our partners at Odd Socks, our presenting sponsor here at the Bootleg Kid Podcast. Listen, Christmas time is approaching faster than you think. I mean, we're like fucking a month and a half away or some shit, whatever. Get some Odd Socks for your folks. Go to oddsocksofficial.com, use the promo code BOOTLEG, and you'll save 20% off at checkout. The most comfortable socks in the world. That's right. We got some Scarface socks. They got WWE. You know what I mean? They also got the Cheech and Chongs. They also got the Flamin' Hots for you hot Cheeto-eating fucks out there. My favorite, just the Odd Socks Basics. They're just so comfy. Literally the most comfortable sock in the world. I'm holding the fucking sock right now. You can save 20% off. Plus, they got boxers now, baby. All right? Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Promo code BOOTLEG at checkout. Save 20% off. And support our family at Odd Socks and the podcast at the same fucking time. Let's get back to the interview.
So that's the balance, I think.
Yeah.
Like when you say what my house looked like, and then what we were just talking about before the show started, like it's crowded, it's packed. I have hundreds of pair of shoes. I have thousands of toys. I have hundreds of bear bricks. I have stuff that's not, open because I have no room to display, but I know I have it. Like, okay, I got a dead stock, completely new, sealed in the back in the storage, right? Like, I always want to keep one. When all these things are limited editions, now, yes, like this weekend you might be finding a couple hundred of them.
Yeah.
But in a year or two, the price is going to double, triple, because you're not going to find them. People keep them. Imagine 10 years from now, I'm telling you, those Cause bear bricks I had, those were from 2007 or 8.
Damn.
It's 13 years ago. That's 14 years ago, right? But who knew like Cause prices was going to go up by that time either, too. So I just liked them.
Do you still have that OG toy, the Stussy one?
Yes.
You still got the first toy that got you started?
Yeah. Still do.
Do you have it like in a special place?
No, it's in a box somewhere.
It's in a box somewhere.
So the toy actually belonged to my cousin.
Got you.
So I saw it actually with him, and he had it. So at that time, I wasn't even like buying anything.
Right.
I was just like, this is really dope. And then he gave it to me a few years ago.
Real quick, if people want to go to DesignerCon, there's still tickets.
There's tickets. There's VIP tickets still available at designercon.com. But we do have a hard cap, but we're not like super expensive. It's like $90 for the VIP, but there is a cap for Friday night. Usually it's pretty chill Friday night. The only booth that's probably gonna be a headache is the MetaCon booth. It's always because people want to get their first shot at the exclusives, and that's what the VIP night's for. But yeah, we keep the tickets really affordable. It's for the family, so Saturday and Sunday, and kids 12 and under is always free.
Oh wow,
with a paid admission.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we never charge for kids 12 and under.
That's super dope.
Yeah,
yeah, and at the end of the day, kids love toys.
We wanna. Our whole thing has always been about trying to keep as much money in the attendees' pocket to spend with the vendors and the artists.
Right, because they're going to show up. A lot of these conventions are expensive.
Expensive, yeah,
super expensive.
Like we don't want that. We want to do what we can to keep money in their pockets,
so they can spend money at the convention
for our artists and our vendors.
And then do you guys have this 3D Retro have a setup there every year?
Yes.
Yeah. You guys bring out.
Yeah, we know somebody. Yeah. So we have a few exclusives every year, and then we have products from the store. We do special deals.
Right.
And then MetaCom actually has a brand new booth that we've been designing with them for the past year, and we have actually something really dope. I just saw it this morning. Actually, I haven't seen it in person really.
You saw
I just saw the box.
Yeah.
We have a 3,000% size, so it's like a 10 feet statue.
Jesus.
Of a bear brick that's gonna be at the MetaCon booth. So I love everybody to come out and check it out.
3,000%.
Yeah,
that's pretty big.
Pretty.
Because what is the
big one's 1,000.
Okay, and then this is
400.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that small one's 100. So it's 3,000 of that.
Jesus Christ, it's huge. Well, listen, man, go get your tickets. Appreciate you pulling up. When you guys do your stream, where can they go in the stream? And is that on Twitch?
Actually, we're on Pop Shop Live.
Okay.
So just follow us on Instagram at 3D Retro. I think that's the easiest when we have all that.
3D Retro, follow DesignerCon.
Follow DesignerCon.
Dope stuff going on. If you're a hip hop head, Def Jam and DJ Amen are doing their Blessed Def Jam booth.
Yes, Def Jam and Amen's doing some stuff.
I'll be DJing. I think Amen's trying to convince me to do the podcast from out there with somebody. We're trying to figure it out. So
I think it'll be cool.
It'll be dope. We'll figure it out.
I think you'll like it.
Yeah, I know I like the convention. Yeah.
You don't know if you want to do the podcast.
I just don't know. I'm like trying to figure this out with Amen. Like, okay, who do you want me to talk to there? He's like, well, we got to figure that part out. I'm like, all right, well, just let me know, man. It'll be dope because Def Jam will be there. A lot of people are flying in. It's going to be a busy weekend.
A lot of people all over the world. Yeah.
There it is, man.
Next weekend.
Appreciate you pulling up, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. And it's this weekend because when you're watching this, it'll be this weekend coming up.
This weekend, November 18th, 19th, and 20th.
In Anaheim.
Anaheim.
There it is.
Anaheim Convention Center.
DesignerCon. Go get your tickets.
Thank you.
Perfect.